Hi, good evening. I'm Shane Jones with the sports news. A crash on the final stage could not stop Paul Bird from driving away with his second Scotiabank King of the Hill title at the very same venue he claimed his first back in 2012, Hangman's Hill. Here's Anne-Marie Burke.
Whether it was a bird's eye view or a taste of the VIP treatment, the popular 90-degree outside the Old Vaucluse Raceway was as usual a popular vantage point as Scotiabank King of the Hill revved up some hot action. The talk of the day was the absence of last year's champions Neil Armstrong and Barry Ward, who were forced to sit out with engine problems. So the crown was up for grabs and it was an all-out tussle between these men: Paul the Surfer Bourne, Jeffrey Panton, Rob Swan, the Sheriff, Roger Skeet, John Penty Powell, and the man who held the slight lead throughout, Paul Bird. Before we look at the Big Five, mention must be made of the competition in the two-wheel drive class, where Roger Mears, who shared the car with his brother Barry, and Dane Skeet were going head-to-head all day. But it was Mears who was faster when the dust had settled. This is a rivalry to look out for come next week. But to the Battle Royale, the Big Five of the Hill. Paul Bourne had a flip-flop day, 5th in the first run. He drove to 3rd in the second, but finished just where he started, 5th overall, 2 minutes 00.03 seconds. Rob Swan too had a rise and fall in the standings, 3rd in the first run, 5th in the second, and was 1 place better overall, 4th, 1 minute 59.67 seconds. Jeffrey Panton made the final run count as being 4th all day. He stepped on it to power through for 3rd, 1 minute 59.42 seconds. The final run was all to drive for the top two, the Sheriff and Bird, whose times were separated by mere seconds. Skeet took to the final stage with blood in his eyes, registering his fastest time of the day, 1 minute 57.80 seconds. So it was left to see if Bird could hold the advantage. He approached the 90-degree with vengeance, but this happened. The stop sign literally clipped his wings, the front bumper went flying, and the Bird was grounded. Some assistance from the marshals and spectators, and he was on his way, the clock racing away. But did he do it? Oh yes, he did. The second run time of 1 minute 57.68 seconds was enough to give the Englishman his second King of the Hill title and position #1 for next weekend's Sol Rally Barbados. It was action galore as the drivers conquered Hangman's Hill. Anne-Marie Burke, CBC Sports.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. Barbados Lumber Company LSC have finally beaten Smalta Pinelands for the first time in 3 tries this season. And it came at the right time, as last night's result was in Game 1 of the Cooperator's General Insurance Basketball Premier League Final Series. CBC's Mark Steele was at the BCC gym.
LSC clearly planned for Pinelands after losing both regular season games, and they executed their set plays. Ian Alexander running off the screens for the open J. Pinelands, on the other hand, were about sharing the ball and making the extra pass. Junior Moore did that with Charles Vanderpool. Orman Haynes' offensive contribution has picked up for LSC, and as a result, he's getting more looks. Here he switches the mid-range jumper. This was the only 2 he had in the first half, but he ended with 11. Keith Burkett didn't get any 3s, but the 2s were working quite fine, thank you. He had 12 overall, as LSC led by 3 after 1, 20-17. Now how about some defense? A clash of the big men. Andrew Badu snarling the rebound, but Vanderpool was there to swat the attempted putback. After being held scoreless in the first quarter, Jeremy Gill woke up and called his own number with success. Taking on 2 Lakers on this play, he had 14. Mark Bridgman coming off a good semifinal series against the Cavs. He only had 9 in the game, but here he made the highlight reel. He helped LSC to the 6-point halftime lead. On resumption, Lakers back to their set pieces. Alexander for 2 more of his game-high 19. But Pinelands would make a run in the third. Ramon Simmons did what he does best, nailed the 3s. After that one, he nailed another. And he wanted to foul 2, but he didn't get it. He did, however, end with 14 points, as the Pine completed an 8-point swing, outscoring LSC 27-19 in the third. Continuing now in the fourth, Moore gets into the paint and spins for 2 of his 10. He also had 11 rebounds. You would think by now the Pine would have respect for Alexander's shot. He made them pay for leaving him unmarked, and that put LSC back up, 71-69 with 8 seconds on the clock. A 2 to draw level and a 3 to win. Pinelands go for the win with Simmons, but his shot was off the rim, and Kirk Elias's putback was too late as LSC held on for the victory. Mark Seal, CBC Sports.
Game 2 in the best-of-5 series is on Thursday. That's the first half in sports. Back in a minute.
Extraordinary comes in many forms. It's something we inherit from an early age that drives us through our golden years. It's in the sea that surrounds us and stretches to our very core. It makes us champions, connecting the future to the traditions of our past. It gives us faith, grows our friendships, and bonds our families. We've done incredible things as a people, and we're only just scratching the surface. We're Bajans and proud. Take a look around us. We're everyday people doing amazing and extraordinary things. Be extraordinary. Digicel.
And we're back with cricket. Corey Anderson's devastating 95 from 44 deliveries today catapulted the Mumbai Indians into the IPL playoffs with a 5-wicket win over the Rajasthan Royals. Needing to score 190 in 14.3 overs to qualify, man of the match Anderson blasted 9 fours and 6 sixes as Mumbai finished on 195 off for 5 in 14.4. This is after the Royals made 189 for 4 in their 20, with Sanju Samson getting 74. Let's take a look at that run chase.
Oh, great shot. No, he hasn't timed that at all. Brilliant. Right, welcome. Corey Anderson. Now fielder will watch it zoom. Going to leave their seats. Bowling. Slapped. 6. Oh, he's chipped in. What's gone now? Oh, this is better. Well, he's connected that. And that is vanishing.
So hopefully both these kids can really bat for a long time.
Right, the man coming underneath it. Now that might clear the boundary as it is. Faulkner, full toss, leg side, it could go all the way, it does! Faulkner, it's high on the bat. Oh, and it's still a run. They're going for a second, and they're coming back. It's run out. Here we go. Full toss on the top. He's hit it. He's hit it for 6. That could be it. Mumbai qualified.
The Barbados men's volleyball team finished 3rd in their 3rd round Group World Cup qualifier in Cuba last evening. Playing against Suriname, Barbados were taken to 5 sets before winning 31-29, 23-25, 25-14, 24-26, 15-13. Cuba defeated the Dominican Republic to win the tournament. Meanwhile, the Bajan women will also play for the 3rd place in their World Cup qualifier in Puerto Rico. That's after being crushed by the hosts last night, 25-4, 25-8, 25-8. Tia Dana Bell has set a new junior national record in the 400-meter hurdles. Bell, running for St. Augustine College, placed 2nd in Division II at the NCAA Championships with a time of 57.58 seconds. This time now means that she has qualified for World Juniors coming up this summer in Oregon. This has now moved her up the World Youth Rankings from 8th to 4th. Meanwhile, the Bajan quartet of Ramon Gittins, Levi Cadogan, Andrew Hines, and Fallon Ford finished 4th in the men's 4x200 meters at the IAAF World Relays in the Bahamas in 1 minute 21.88 seconds to set a national record. Jamaica won that event in a record time of 1 minute 18.63 seconds.